For the Sun?
Any comment?
Not today. I just couldn't help myself. Yeah. Go ahead, David.
Mike, Dallas Morning News. Do you take offense at what Micah Parsons said after the game, or do you just consider it part of when a team is playing like this, those type of comments are going to come out as the frustration of the moment?
Well, I think like anything with post-game remarks and really any remarks, when it does create questions for others in the locker room, something that I've always done, conversation has to happen. So, Mike and I had a conversation this morning about it and, handled those things as men should handle it. That wasn't his intent, and so that's something he can talk on. But the other part of it too is what comes out of this too, all the way around. Questions for others, and also I don't want to see my players get attacked also from the other side of this too. So we have so much more that we need to focus on, and that's really what we talk about pretty much throughout the day today. Is just we just got to keep it about football, bear down on the things we know we need to improve on, build off of some of the things that we felt like we got better, throughout these games coming out of the bye. But these are the things that you need to eliminate from your culture, and just like anything, conversations bring resolution. So and I think this is an example of that.
You talked about that before, just to keep the focus on football, but there are the peripheral issues that come from losing, especially when expectations were above where you were. This is coming. Does it take more of your time to manage as you're in the midst of it?
Yeah, when you lose, when you're losing multiple games, definitely. I just look at how much time today's a great example. How much time I've spent on, Houston Texans. I think I'm on play 6 of the Detroit game. So, and that's what these types of things bring. And that's why, frankly, I think it's harder when you win. Handling success, to me, has always been the biggest challenge in this. We have a great opportunity to be in an adverse situation as a group of men to go do something people don't think we can do. And been there before, excited about it. Most of the times come out the other end, and that's what I'm focused on. So, but to get there, you got to, utilization of energy and all that application of how we want to unite and continue to work is important. So, I think all these guys, we all need to focus on our mental space, take care of ourselves, hug our families, because they're the ones that have to listen to most of this stuff. But we need to just keep it about football, because if we're not working on football, our opponent is an hour or two better than us already. So that's my message.
Clarence Hill, I'll say Dallas, quickly piggybacking on that. The question was born out of a question about your job status. Do you talk to the players about how to answer that type of question? That's something they have to deal with now too. I mean, that's kind of where it
No, I don't. They're grown men. They need to answer it. The way they need to. They feel they need to answer it. I just think like anything. I mean, you have the job to do. We have the job to do. It's our responsibility to deal with the media. I think being genuine is important. I think. Giving rope answers, just leads to, follow-up questions. Good reporters like yourself will do follow-ups and just keep going after it. But, yeah, I've never stood up there and said, hey, you need to say this, and this, that question. I don't think that's real, and these guys know what they're doing.
Dak Prescott.
I was kidding about the follow-up. Next question. So.
Dak Prescott, any answers on the surgery? I know he talked about.
I haven't talked to him yet today. So.
Thank you.
Todd Archer with ESPN. Mike, you've made your bones in this league offensively and play calling. How much of the struggles offensively, how much have they weighed on you?
Oh, I mean, that was brutal. That second half was as hard as a game that I could, that I've been a part of. So, and you think of the Detroit game, this game. I mean, it really comes down to the giveaways. You can't give the ball away, and then it's. It gets to a 2-score game, 3-score game, and then you are where you are there, like we were in the fourth quarter. But, yeah, the first half, And this is a cop-out statement when you stand up and say, if you take 2 plays away, it's 17-3. But that's the way we need to play. We can't afford right now to make those mistakes. So we need to be cleaner in those spots. And our defense gave us great opportunities in the first half. I thought our defense took a big step in the first half and gave us opportunities. But losing that first fumble, really putting them in position to score first. 15-play drive, 6 minutes, 6+ minutes drive. That's the way we need to play a lot of the time. We need to try to create more shots and things like that. And these are the things we're talking about. But yeah, 5 giveaways. I don't know how many more times I can say it from today to yesterday. You can't win games like that. We can't win games like that.
Does it make you question what you do and what you've done?
No, I believe in the process. I mean, I know lots made a scheme and so forth. Your system of football has to fit your players, and you got to give these guys the opportunity. And every team's built a little differently. What year you're in, where your players are. So. This is not a we need to go change. We need to be better at the things we're committed to. I've always played to the strength of the quarterback. That's just something I believe. That's why I learned it from Paul Hackett. The West Coast offense is built around making the quarterback successful. We're running the ball better. We've made a strong commitment to really knuckle down at certain things that we're doing differently since the bye. So there is progress there. The action passing game has to come off it. That's not nearly where it's at. And, we've actually been in favorable third downs. I mean, our third down, we definitely dropped down in third down production, but, we are in favorable down and distances. So we need to stay the course and just, make sure we're giving the players what they need and, putting them in positions to be successful and just keep working at our execution.
John Machado with The Athletic. You talk about your guys' turnovers. How do you go about fixing them during the week when it's not like they're the same kind? It's different things that are happening. How do you improve in that area?
Well, we drill it. We really do. I mean, there's a tremendous amount of time and energy that goes into this. I mean, I'm going all the way back to February and March. We have a process that John Fossil and I head up. Ryan Feeders is part of that, and we call it team fundamentals. So all of our ball security drills are researched, identified, and actually what's cool is we build them during the off season, but then we give them the live shots week to week. Because I mean, there's balls. We'll be all over the tape this week, but there's these type of plays each and every week in the league, and so the education process is there, the drill work's there, but it's just like anything in football. You can talk about all you want, but coaches don't just say, hey, I gave them the playbook. That's not where coaching starts. It's it's really about the results. So we just got to keep emphasizing it, keep working at it. We added more time in the team fundamentals back to the Wednesday practice 3 or 4 weeks back. So I just believe in bearing down and staying after it, because that's the only thing I know how to do, and it'll show up. I mean, our history here will speak to it. We've been very, very good in the area of turnover ratio. I mean, -10 makes me sick. I mean, it absolutely does. I mean, that's not what I believe in. I think my track record speaks to that, and so all I know how to do is keep working.
Nick Harris, Forward Star Telegram. With a couple of losses consecutively, what's your message to the team so that emotions don't snowball, but also the losses themselves?
Oh, I just think it's really about one another. I think this is an incredible opportunity of adversity that we're in. Personally, I was 61 yesterday. I don't know if you know that, but how many more cracks at the plate do you get? So I enjoy the arena of conflict and being in these types of situation, because I mean these are the years you remember. But it's time to get it turned. I mean, we've been in this mode a couple of weeks too long here. But this is a great opportunity for us. No one believes that we can do it, which I think even makes it sweeter. But we need to win a game. We got a hell of an opponent coming here Monday night, playing well. They lost a tough one last night, so saw the end of that game. but it's about the game of football. If we don't do the things, the basics that are necessary, then I'm going to be standing up here, talking about the things we need to do better. But this group works hard. I believe in the locker room because these guys give it up. I mean, everything's measured. We have an evaluation process, a daily one that reflects what they're doing each and every day, and it all in compared to prior years. So you have good comparables and so forth. But we're not there right now. And we just got to keep working.
Were you able to get away and celebrate last night?
No. I had family at the time. It was nice.
Calvin Watkins, Dallas Morning News. How much do you lean on your leadership council to try to get you through difficult times?
Well, I tell you what, it's you just got some moving parts right now, and half our leadership council is injured, so I think that's part of it too. So it's really a great opportunity for younger guys, to step up. And most important, component of leadership right now is action with success. That's important. A lot of guys can, be leaders just on the way they go about their business and perform on Sundays. That's a great form of it. But yeah, the guys they're saying the right things. You're talking the right way. The veterans are doing a good job there. So yeah, we need to stay after it. So yeah, the energy and the effort's not an issue.
Any update on Overshown? I think he had an MRI today.
Yeah. They have not got that back yet, but it's. Let's just get all the information. I don't want to speak ahead of ourselves. I don't have an update on any of those guys really.
Saudis of The Athletic. Mike, you mentioned before about how different it is being in Dallas. Just when did you kind of acclimate to all the off-the-field stuff that kind of comes with being the head coach in Dallas?
I'd say probably 2021. 2020 was just such a different year. So, yeah, I'd say 2021. And I just remember a conversation that Jerry and I had, and he was it was insightful. He said, this is a difficult job to be a head coach, and we talked about some of the things, and he was right on the money.
How do you go about making sure all these things don't kind of drain your energy for what you're trying to do on the field?
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I'm just so blessed to be in this spot, and it's about competing and winning football games. Yeah, I just can't believe how fast it's gone. The best advice I could give a young coach, even players all the time, it goes so fast. You got to take advantage of every opportunity you have. So, and that's where I'm at with this. To be honest, the day I can't jump out of bed and hit Starbucks early, then it's probably time for me to get on down the road. But I love it. I enjoy it. This is the best part of the day. Second best. Starbucks is the best. But no, I do. I love what I get to do. I love the adversity of it. I love the challenge of competing and so forth. I wish our players had more success right now because I know how much they put into it. This coaching staff, with the things that they have to listen to and so forth. I mean, it's an unusual year. I mean, we all recognize that, but it's all part of this challenge, and we're just pushing and keep working, trying to keep our eye on the target, and so the reward will be great.
Babe
Loeffler, 105.3 The Fan. Mike, obviously pretty bleak day offensively yesterday, but you go back, you look at the tape, and you see some things that, wow, we did this pretty well. So what were the positives?
I'd say running the ball in the first half, because that was something we felt like we needed to do. They were playing very well on defense, especially in the run defense. So getting that established was important. I didn't get Cooper into a rhythm, and that's something that I didn't feel good about when the game was over throughout the game. So we need to find a better way of doing that. So I need to do a better job there. But yeah, it's just those three series in a row, with the giveaways, and the game got away from us.
Aaron.
Aaron Cousins, Lone Star Live. Part of Micah's answer yesterday that drew all the attention was also about veteran players and how he feels for them. So I'm curious for you, what's the message like for maybe a Zach Martin compared to younger guys, and how do they receive that message during?
Well, I think being a veteran, you understand the importance of how precious this time is more than anybody. So, yeah, I think Zach is the ultimate professional. I mean, just the way he goes about his business, obviously the way he's played for so long here. But yeah, you definitely feel for the guys that have done this a long time. This is, you only get so many cracks at the plate.
Garrett.
Garrett Podell, CBS Sports. Mike, I know you talked about you evaluate everything. What did you think of Asim Richards filling in for Tyler Guyton yesterday? I
was impressed with it. I thought he did a good job. He didn't affect the way the game was called. I think that's important anytime a young player goes in there, especially at left tackle. So I was pleased with his performance.
Ed.
Ed Werder, WFAA. Should we assume that you're moving forward with Cooper as your starting quarterback?
Yeah.
And do you have a third quarterback in the building yet, or are you close to getting one?
Yes, we are close to getting one. So, and I'm going off what happened last week. So I'm just going to let him go through the process and make sure everything goes well. But yeah, we're in the process of signing one. And yes, Cooper Rush will be the starter this week.
When you say you need to take more shots, and are you suggesting that the game plan was too conservative, the play calling, or the quarterback decision making, or?
Well, it's just like anything. I mean, you don't just line up and say, hey, we're taking a shot on this play. I mean, if something, first you got to have protection. There's things that you do, and without getting totally in specifics, you got a new young player left tackle. So, I mean, so you factor all those things, and so how can you manufacture the ball getting in down the field or getting it in the green grass? We had a number of crossing routes that we felt good about that just didn't happen. So, and that's the way the game goes. So yeah, it's the ball didn't go down the field enough. That's for sure.
Can you talk about what you saw from Trey? I know you said you wanted to get him in there. You had some packages for Trey Lance, and how did he play?
We got him in there, that first series, trying to, give us a spark. And then you got to the third down, and I just felt, he didn't have reps in that particular situational work. But then, gave him some series, based on where we were. But thought he did some good things, and, definitely some things he learned from. So it was good to get him in there.
I know you said Cooper's going to go forward. How difficult is it to try to put a package for a second quarterback? And while you're going,
it's not. I mean, Trey actually, when we got in there, he ran the 2-minute no huddle offense. So, I mean, that wasn't just things that we just put in for him. So, he ran the same package as Dak and Cooper.
Was it a pretty easy decision to stick with Cooper in the situation you guys discussed?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we have a lot of faith in Cooper. I mean, like I've stood up here last week. Everybody believes in him. How can you not, based off the way he's performed? But that fumble in the recovery attempt, that was, was off to a rough start. And like I said, I just felt like he never really got into a rhythm.
And then you talking about Jerry and the conversation in 2021 and how it's a difficult job. What did he tell you? What was the message?
I don't know. I don't recall. So.
All righty, thank you, Mike.
Good. Thank you.